saw how to create digital ads. So now in the next classes we'll see the functioning and how and what to write, basically that. So the document that we'll be creating, the strategy document and all, what we'll be writing, why will be writing, and things like that. So today's class is about online value proposition. So it's crafting a unique brand message. Like in the Google ads, if you remember, we had to give descriptions, description 1, description 2, description 3. So what do we write there? Things like like sale, depending on the product and service, we'd be writing, maybe we'd be talking about discounts, maybe we'd be talking about different things. So this one, today's class is like similar to that. So this one is online value proposition. Have you heard about USP, unique selling proposition?
No.
Okay, so unique selling proposition, we will come to it. So every company, top 10, hire freelancer, hire the top 3% of the freelance talent. Upwork, it's loading. Maybe we'll have to log out. Let it load. I go to Fiverr. Connecting clients in need to freelancers who deliver. Our freelancers will take it from here. Hire the top 3% of freelance talent. When you go through the content, it's very short, it's very crisp, and then you are knowing what value they are providing to us. So me, I'm a user. Say you are a user when you visit this website, Toptel, suppose. Then you read it, and then see it's also registered. So registered means it's a intellectual property. It's called IP rights. So this tagline, hire the top 3% of freelance talent, this tagline have been registered. So once it's registered, maybe for 2 years or 3 years, then it can be trademarked. Or maybe trademark is first and then it's the registry. It's something like that. I have like jumbled it down. Anyway, this particular tagline, this particular line itself is registered. We go to here, this one is not registered, but then anyways, this one is connecting clients in need to freelancers who deliver. Fiverr, our freelancers will take it from here. Let's try to go to Zoomia. Now it's different sector, but then even Zoomia also will have something. For the class I prepared it, but I don't know if I will be able to seeing it here or not. So the tagline that they have, Africa's #1 online retailer. That one is more or less like a unique selling proposition. It's called like a USP. So in here, what we are seeing, this particular line, it shows very clearly what value they are bringing on the table for a user, whoever is seeing it. If I'm a client, I go to Fiverr, I say I'm a business owner, I go to Fiverr, then I see our freelancers will take it from here. Then I search what I need. So this is an example of online value proposition. Connecting clients in need of freelancers who deliver. Hire the top 3% of freelance talent. So that's a very clear message of what value that particular brand is bringing to its customers. So these are the slides. An online value proposition or OVP is a clear statement that articulates what your brand offers, who your target audience is, and why your offering are superior to those of your competitors. So it's a clear statement, it's a short and crisp one. So if I go through hire the top 3% of freelance talent, we also know that other companies are not doing that. So this one is a very clear message. It serves as your brand's elevator pitch in the digital space. Succinctly conveying the value you provide to potential customers. Do you know what elevator pitch is? Anybody? Elevator pitch? Can you guess what elevator pitch is?
I think to my to my perspective,
Yes.
elevator pitch, probably it is reaching to greater heights in branding.
Okay. Good try. Good try. Anybody else? We don't have too many students in here, but
Is it elemental pitch or elevator pitch?
it's elevator pitch. Elevator
Elevator
as in
pitch.
the lift. We have lifts. We go from
I think it's more of suggestions of ways to move forward or to reach more customers, do better as a brand.
yes, the good try as well. Even these all are the outcomes of elevator pitch. But then the thing is that like the most precious thing now is like the precious thing always have been time. Like once we lose time, then it never comes back. So the time spent on anything, that one has to be sort of like focused. So say when we say pitch, it means we are pitching an idea, or we are trying to pitch an idea, or we are trying to talk about an idea to somebody and trying to sell it. So pitching means we are trying to sort of convince the other person that this particular idea is the solution. So a pitch is like that. So say a business owner, whoever owns a business, businesses are created to solve problems. So there's supply and demand. So there has to be a demand. People should be needing it, and then somebody will come and supply it, and then that will meet the business goals. So a pitch is where a business will talk about his product or his service as the solution. Now, elevator pitch is it's sort of little bit funny. So elevator pitch is when you're when you're in the elevator, then the pitch that you'd be giving will be short and crisp, because attention is the most valuable thing. Like YouTube is paying for that attention thing. The fiber, not fiber, but then the monetization thing. Content creators, influencers, all of them are grabbing your attention. Now everybody all around the world, they want people's attention to be on them. Once the attention is on them, then brands are using those with influencer marketing and all to pitch their products. So elevator pitch is the shortest form of pitch that you'd be giving to convince a person. Say suppose you meet somebody in a elevator. Now what do you say to him in the elevator that he is convinced about your product? So that is an elevator pitch. So elevator pitch is a very short and crisp pitch statement that you'd be making, which will be very short, convincing. Like it's a pitch that you're giving, and then it's that fast. Like you're on an elevator. Somebody comes in, you meet him, you talk to him, and then like the pitch is sold. That person is convinced. There was also a series, I think, elevator pitch. So there was entrepreneur elevator pitch. So there are videos, entrepreneur elevator pitch. So let's try going to one of them. TV series 2017. Okay.
Entrepreneur is
Challenging America
to a 60-second
second elevator ride to pitch the next billion-dollar idea to our board of successful investors.
Would like
Like to know how much revenue she has before I shut off an opportunity. I have a lot of confidence in this team. Work with you. What are they selling? I don't even know what they're selling, but
Being an entrepreneur is not for everyone.
If their pitch is successful,
Let's open up those doors.
Welcome to the boardroom.
but if their pitch fails,
fails.
Not gonna sell.
No, send it back.
Going down.
The board has 5 minutes to make a deal, and you, the viewer, can support your favorite entrepreneur through crowdfunding. This is
entrepreneur elevator pitch.
Going up.
Let's invest some money.
All right.
Impress me.
So let's see an example of elevator pitch.
Your 60 seconds begins now. Going up.
In the last 20 years, engineering technology has advanced by leaps and bounds. The capabilities of a modern-day computer are nearly endless, yet very little of this technology has been used to fire. Wouldn't it be awesome if we could save people's lives, property? When is 21st century going to give us a better way to put out fire, faster and easier? Well, that time is now. Introducing Fire No More. It uses no water or chemicals. It's the size of a TV handheld remote. Fire No More uses patented wireless technology. Just wave the device in front of the fire until it's extinguished. Consider for a moment the value of this product. Especially since there's no similar product technology.
Okay, maybe I will leave this on to you. I am sharing the playlist. There's lots of other this. It's a good series if you would want to see. But then the subject here is entrepreneurship. So it may or may not be that much attractive to you. But then as marketers, we have to know about elevator pitch, and that the world is fighting for attention to gain your attention, and then it is that serious. So the shorts that we are making on YouTube, on the Instagram reels, then the status, there's only 15-second video, 30-second video, 60 seconds video. So if you go to Upwork, So just to give you an idea of how much it is worth. So say explainer videos, if you have noticed, those are like usually very that's a 3-minute video. It's like this. It's like simple product showcasing video, 15 to 25 seconds. Like everything is done in seconds. So we only have some seconds. Each final video should be around 25 to 50 seconds. So everything will be second. So how do you make everything that feasible that you can sell it in that seconds? Like there was a recent proposal. Okay, so in here I will just job posting. So see, he is a founder of the website where it's like something about his software as a company. It's SaaS company, and then they are building a short promotional video which is 60 to 90 seconds. This is invite only, and then for 60 to 90 seconds, people, big agencies can go like, okay, how much is 60-second explainer video worth? A 60-second explainer video can vary in price significantly, but the general estimate is between $1,500 to $10,000 or more. 60-second explainer video. So a 60-second explainer video will have, like lots of research into it, and then very less words. So online value proposition, it's like that. So I am showing it so that you understand the worth of words and how important it is to have a clear message. Like see, like we do not usually register and trademark our logos as well. Like big companies, they have IP rights, and also they do the trademark, the logo thing and all. But then this website have registered their tagline. So because this tagline is just not an ordinary tagline, it's the online value proposition of this company. So it's the online value offering of a particular company. So again, an online value proposition is a clear statement that articulates what your brand offers, who your target audience is, and why your offering are superior to those of competitors. It serves as your brand's elevator pitch in the digital space and conveying the value you provide to potential customers. As example, do you know Slack? Slack is a project management software, and Slack is where the teams they communicate for work and all. So Slack, examples of online value proposition for Slack: be more productive at work with less effort. Music for everyone. Spotify. Watch anywhere. Cancel anytime. Netflix. Design anything. Publish anywhere. Canva. Everything you need for work all in one place. Dropbox. Dropbox is like Google Drive. Turn emails into revenue. MailChimp. Belong anywhere. Airbnb. Bringing teams together anywhere. Zoom. So they clearly bring in the value. You like just by the name itself, we get an idea of what the brand is about, what the company is about. So they put a lot of research even on the brand name itself, and they put equally or more effort in finding a good online value proposition. So for Zumia Uganda, the one that I could find, of course, I was doing like Google search and AI thing. That's why what I found out for Zumia, it was your everyday essentials delivered. So this is the online value proposition of Jumia Uganda. So there's Safe Boda, Zente, Pay Shop Safe, the smart way to go cashless. Move safely around Kampala. So Safe Boda, then Yo TV channels, live TV and radio, anytime, anywhere in Uganda. A borderless account for Africans, Eversend, and a lot of research is done in there. So essentially, this everything is a pitch. It's like an elevator pitch. So even more crisp than an elevator pitch. We don't need 60 seconds even to tell this. So in 60 seconds maybe we can show the entire history of that company. So that's how even design also comes into place. So the importance of OVP in branding. The OVP is vital in digital branding as it shapes the first impression for online users. So the name itself is online value proposition. A well-crafted OVP enhances trust and credibility. So trust and credibility is one, increases the likelihood of conversion is another, helps differentiate your brand in a saturated market. So keeps you above the competition. It allows consumers to quickly grasp the essence of your brand and its unique benefits. Just like hire the top 3% of freelance talent. So it's freelance talent, and then they would give top 3% of the freelance talent. So it's very clear, just in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in 7 words. So now comparing it with unique selling proposition. So unique selling proposition basically is the tagline of the company, of any company. They have a uniqueness as in the ones that we were discussing some time back, that YouTube is a video platform, YouTube versus Vimeo. YouTube is a video platform. Vimeo is another YouTube competitor, Vimeo platform. So Vimeo has edge over YouTube when comparing with technical features of the site. So Vimeo, all videos on Vimeo will always play in a good quality. So to run Vimeo, we need a good internet speed. Vimeo is better in privacy system. Vimeo allows its users to post videos that can only be seen by followers. So that's how their pricing model also is based. Specifically selected accounts or watched with a required password. Certain videos also needs a certain a password to do that. And then YouTube has that monetization policy. That's why content creators from all over the world, they are creating content and then they are uploading video. Now YouTube has how much hours worth of videos are on YouTube. So YouTube has say in years. So if we have to see a video one after the other video in YouTube, then one person will need roughly 100. Okay, this is hours. So this, if we convert to weekly, monthly, annually, this is the daily upload limit. So there was a metric like that, like how many years we will need to watch all of the videos on YouTube. So sort of maybe you have got the idea what I'm trying to talk at, that YouTube is becoming more and more popular because with the normal crowd, because YouTube has that monetization feature. The monetization feature in Vimeo is slightly different. So there's difference between Vimeo and YouTube, similar to Apple versus Android. So Apple has their own unique selling proposition. USP. Apple and Android have distinct unique selling propositions. Apple emphasizes simplicity, security, and seamless integration with ecosystem, like their own ecosystem. Basically, even the charger also have to be bought separately, and then there's Apple TV, and there's other some other items which club together, and then there's a safe, secured ecosystem. Android focuses on customization, wider range of devices, and strong integration with Google services. So if we say Apple USP, let's say Apple USP, they will have a tagline. What is think different? So Apple's USP is think different. That what it goes under their logo. So the unique selling proposition it's called. So it's basically it's asking you to think differently, like think differently about everything, and then people also are clicking on it, just like Coca-Cola USP. Taste the feeling. That this USP also it keeps on changing from campaign to campaign, from from time to time. They would be doing research if it's working, going on with the current trend, and then they would be updating it, upgrading it. So open happiness also is another. So basically there will be like a tagline we can call. More simply, we say tagline in common generic terms. So a unique selling proposition defines how your product or service stands out in the general market, as in on billboards, traditional marketing, everywhere. And then online value proposition is specifically tailored for online audiences and often incorporates visual elements and interactivity. Like Fiverr, our freelancers will take it from here. We can do graphics design. So I just search graphics design, and then I search, and then it's interactive. For example, a unique selling proposition could state the only solar power bank with 2-year warranty, whereas an online value proposition might say charge anywhere, anytime. Uganda's most trusted solar bank. So this one is an online value proposition, and this is an unique selling proposition. So there's not much of a difference, but then both are sort of we can generically we can roughly say that both are taglines, but then OVP essentially is tailored for the online customers. So we can also use the USP instead of the online value proposition itself, but then for the for we are talking about targeting audience, we are talking about hitting that bullseye, like that particular what separates you. And then that offers all of this is it's competitive in very saturated market like the US. The market have already saturated, and there are lots of companies, and then they are trying. One company is trying to be seen, and then in that saturated market. So there it's more. It's more important to have this. Here in India, it's always good to have that, because that's how basically essentially you market. In Uganda, online thing, as I have noticed, is still sort of coming up. More and more users are embracing it. So maybe students like you who can start early on this, then eventually you would be able to place a brand in that international market as well. using all that USP, OVP, and then the other concepts that we are discussing in the class. So crafting an effective OVP, the core components are compelling headline that grabs attention, descriptive sub-headline that elaborates on the headline, identified key benefits that highlight what the customer gains. So essentially, it's like a statement what the customer gains. It's not what we offer, it's what you will be getting. So if we come back again here, so it's our freelancers will take it from here. So what I will be getting, because I am a viewer, I am a user of this website. So what I will be getting, just like in TalkTel also, hire the top 3% of freelance talent. So it's a matter of perspective. So from the customer's perspective. So visuals that reinforce the message, there's also visuals and all for the design sake, and a clear call to action that guides the next step for users. Hire top talent. This search button itself. So they have integrated this one. So that search button itself is the call to action. They are asking you to enter and can search. Yes, anybody? Do you have any questions?
We are following, sir.
Okay, perfect. So there's emotional and rational appeal. So emotional appeal is for different brands, different services. We can have an emotional approach to creating an online value proposition, or we can have a rational approach. So emotional appeals evoke feelings such as confidence or joy, maybe sad, maybe happy, and all those feelings. We can be sentimental with emotional appeals and all, like why when we are doing that elevator pitch, when we are pitching our product or service. Or there can be a rational, as in a practical benefit of what the customer will be getting. So like in the example, it's charge anywhere, anytime. So it's a solar bank. So it's a solar bank. People are getting solar bank with which they can charge anywhere, anytime. So it basically also sounds a little bit generic, but then if it's generic, then it's good. Then like everybody will be able to click to it very easily, and then like TalkTel, you can register it so that other companies won't be able to use it. So in terms of intellectual property, maybe there's a lot of scope in Uganda to come up with lots of intellectual properties like that. So the best online value propositions successfully blend both elements to create a comprehensive message that resonates with potential customers. So essentially, it's the perspective. We tailor the word as in what the customer will be gaining by doing business with us. Common pitfalls is in crafting and OVP includes vagueness or generic statements, overuse of buzzwords without meaning, lack of clear benefit, failing to include a call to action. These mistakes can dilute the impact of your messaging and lead to decreased engagement from your audience. So, see why we are talking about online value proposition, because this online value proposition, once we create it for one campaign or for one product or for one brand, we can we will be using that in our marketing campaign when we are running ads on Google. We'll be saying that in the descriptions. There were description one, description two, so there will be variants to that, or maybe we will break it down into smaller bits and pieces, and then we will sort of essentially like copy paste it there in the Google ad forms. And since we are spending so much time in it, and then our content also it's made according to it, so our campaign will have much more detailed content in terms of design, in terms of the words, the text, in terms of the colors and everything. So, integration into digital platforms. To effectively implement your online value proposition, it is essential to integrate it across various digital platforms. So, do you know what branding is? I think we have touched that in the previous classes. Do you know what branding is? Like how the term branding it came about?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember the horse example that I showed?
No, I don't remember the example, but I have a rough idea of what branding is.
Okay, can you say what you know?
So branding is basically how the company positions itself and portrays itself to the public with specific and specific colors, text, phrases, and all that, so that it stands out from the others.
Yes, it's like branding have like included all of that.
That means business is different from brand.
Yeah, a brand and a branding is different. So a business and a brand is different. A business can be what are some issues in Uganda? Yeah, water. If you get a lot of rain, then maybe water is not a not a issue. Like in here, say in Guwahati, in the nearest city that there is in Assam. So what have happened is that there are lots of, okay, let's go for the map, right? So just to show you a business, make you. So I am from this part, and now I am somewhere near Bhutan. So I am near here. But then your previous classes I was doing from here. So I essentially stay here. This is my hometown. So I came here. Now I'm doing it from here. So the city, the nearest city, Guwahati is the name of the city. Even Mr. Das also is from here. So what happens, since it's a city, it's near the river, but then it's not properly planned. So essentially, this entire line, this GS Road entire line, and this line, there are so many flats. If I turn on the satellite, and then you will see like all of these are flats. So all of these are flats on buildings. People have built up so many buildings, unplanned buildings, and then the water that water down below have already been pumped out. Even though the river is very near, from here till there, maybe it's just like a span of 8 to 10 kilometers. But then even then, this place, it's still showing my old house. I do not stay here anymore. But then in this house, the water there was provided by businesses. So a business, the problem here is water. Suppose clean drinking water is a problem in here, that any person, anyone can go up to water reservoirs. There are lots of wells around in this place, because this is like a hilly area. It gets lots of water bodies. There are some other water bodies here. So near these places, they have generator water pumps, and from here they will come all the way to the city, and then they will provide that to the buildings. So water business, it's a water business. It may or may not have a name. It just needs a phone number. You only need somebody's phone number. I need 1 gallon, maybe not 1 gallon, but maybe 1 truckload of water, maybe 500 liters of water. That is a business. Now somebody, he wants to create a brand for water business. Now creating brand for water business, it won't be profitable because it's limited. So if you know about, do you know which place in the world receives the highest rainfall?
No.
Okay, so
I was about to say Egypt.
okay, no, not Egypt. It's Shillong. It's Cherrapunji. So Cherrapunji, and then previously it was Mawsynram, Cherrapunji. So these two places, it's near Bangladesh again. So these two places receives the highest amount of rainfall. We have rainfall, we have flood. This is Guwahati. It's just like 100 200 kilometers far. So this place receives the highest rainfall. We receive a lot of rainfall, and then this river here is a very big river. So it's the biggest river, I think, and it's a biggest male river. But then the size also is like quite big. Anyhow, so what I'm at is that there's water requirement in a small city. So businesses are providing water with just their phone number. They have not created the brand, because brand is not going to work in this place, because they already receive a lot of rain. But then there are drinking water issues and all. So suppose if somebody wants to create a brand, they are dealing with water, providing clean drinking water, then they would be creating a brand by not maybe at first they would create a logo with the colors, with the USP and all those, the text, the other things. They will be creating like maybe like visiting card, maybe flyers, maybe websites. So a brand is a business. All businesses are not a brand. So a brand is a business, and then putting that brand. So this is the simplest example of branding. So this is an example of branding. So this is a branded horse. You know, the logo is branded in there. So this is an example of branding, but this is not the brand. This is only a process of branding. So when we are talking about branding, we are talking about visiting cards, maybe branded visiting cards. Branded means this is a branded dog, branded horse. So it's a branded. So visiting card, branded, we use the logo, we use the colors in there, so it's a branded visiting card. So we are branding even the websites, even the videos that we do. So we create a brand identity, and then we use that identity across different marketing materials. So those are called that system is called branding. But then a brand is not limited to the logo, the colors, the text. A brand is a business. Essentially, we have to remember it that way. So a brand is a business. So as long as you're giving importance to your business, this is important. But then a brand is a business. That's why your business is more important. Your service is more important. How your customer experience is more important. So a brand will include your logo, your this, your that, and all of the marketing material, branding materials. But then essentially what's most important is your customer experience. Because if your customer experience is zero, then none of this, no matter how good your branding is, your brand is not going to survive. So most important is customer experience. So a brand elements will have visual, verbal, color, slogan, tagline, brand identity, brand positioning, packaging, shape. These are all are like branding, key branding materials. And then it also will have customer satisfaction, shaping brand perception, and all those like brand language, target audience. No, this also is not like a very clear that for a brand. So CX, it's called customer experience or CX. So customer experience refers to a totality of a customer's perception and feeling resulting from all interactions with the brand, from initial awareness to post after purchase support as well. So that is a brand. So we are talking in here how we are integrating OVP into digital platforms essentially as a part of the branding thing. So when we are creating the website, the color that we'll be using would be the same as the brand identity. We'll be using the logo, we'll be using the other elements and all, and then we'll be using the OVP, the same OVP across all of the platforms. So if it's a visiting card, maybe we are saying the same on the visiting card. Maybe on the visiting card we have the USP. Online on websites we have the OVP, the online value proposition. That one we use it on our campaigns, on marketing materials, on social media, on our own media, all of our own media. We are saying the same thing. We have to repeat, and it don't have to be like one perception that I have faced the clients. I had clients rather who wanted unique, everything unique. They if they would want, they would ask me to make 3 designs. They would prefer all 3 designs to be different. So that is not a branding thing. That is a sort of more that's a bad practice. We lose consistency, and it's not coherent. Those type of designs. So all the designs have to be similar, so that when people see just by a look of the color, they get an impression of what brand it is. So if you so it's that uniqueness quotient for those who like to listen to music. So for music also, there has to be a uniqueness. So for brands, for rock bands, for especially for rock bands, if you notice, for pop bands they usually use the same sort of beat, the same sort of sound everywhere. But then for rock bands, you would see that the guitar tone, the pitch, the vocals of that vocalists also are different. just by listening to a guitar piece, you can say which band is playing, which band you're listening to. So that is sort of the uniqueness which also have to be there in your brand when you're creating one. And that uh, the online value proposition that we create for the brand, it has to be integrated across various digital platforms, placing the OVP prominently on your website homepage, ensuring it is featured on your landing page, optimizing social media bios as in the descriptions, the bio, maybe we make it bio. Your OVP should also be reflected in digital advertisements. Hence, we are discussing it here in the marketing class, such as Google Ads, and summarized in meta descriptions. Meta is for Facebook and Instagram as well. The descriptions to enhance search engine visibility. And it will also work as a part of your search engine optimization. So anybody who will search for that will eventually be led to your brand. So visual identity alignment. This is what you guys have told now. The visual identity of the brand, including color, fonts, overall design, should reflect and support your OVP. So, do you know the elements of design?
Yes, yes, yes. The principles and elements of design.
Yes, principles and elements of design. Okay, so when we go by that principles and elements of design, it's like, say we are creating okay, that's going to take time. Maybe I better go to paint. Oh, how many recording are we doing here? Okay, that's why my machine is hitting up, is it? Okay, let's see, stop this. It's stuck. Give me a moment. Okay, so essentially it's say we are creating a product for say a baby brand, right? Maybe we Mm, say a baby brand and say this.
Sir, which tool is that? Is that Photoshop or it is another tool?
Oh no, this is Photoshop was taking time, so I'm doing it with Paint, MS Paint, Microsoft Paint. It's a yeah, it's a free software that comes along with Windows.
Okay.
Okay, so what I will do is where's the let's go for same baby brand. Okay, so say there are two ways of the same font, same font, and then just one is inside a round and the other one is inside a square. Now, if we see it for some time, then I don't. Okay, let's say which one would you choose if there are two brands? Say this one is A and this one is B. So which one would you choose for your baby, or maybe for your sister's baby, or maybe for your brother's baby? That's say like there are two products A and B for maybe a powder, maybe it's a powder for a baby, maybe a talcum powder. Then which one would you prefer? Would you go for A or would you go for B?
I think I would go for A.
Okay, can you say why you would go for A?
Actually, no. I think I would go for B. Why? Because I had not yet looked keenly for both brands. For instance, their brands.
Okay.
Number one, the reason why I said A was because of the circle and all of that, but I cancelled it and I went for B. Why? Because B shows emphasis with the font.
Okay, no, like I did a mistake in here, like that B, maybe it should have been a capital one, but then that one we can discard it. So
Okay.
so like when we see say the concept is basically what I was expecting, you gave the correct answer, like not there's nothing correct or right or wrong in here, but then what I was expecting, you gave that answer in initially. So it's mostly because how our psychology it works. So I'm talking about our psychiatry, our psychology, and how we perceive things. So when we are talking about baby products, then babies are like very soft. Like they are very soft, and they need to be secured anyhow. They need to be safe. So for mothers, for parents, for anyone, if we are talking about kids and all, then the first thing that we would see is so that product won't have any sharp edges, because sharp edges are like this one has sharp edges. Now this one sharp edge, and then say there's another. I will just make it a little bit small. Now this one, it looks a little bit more softer on the edge. This one, it looks sharp on the edge. Are you noticing? And then this one, it looks like very 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 soft. Maybe this one.
Yes.
Yes. So what I'm talking about is the edges. So for baby products, if you see, then it's usually with that softness. So edges from the principles and design elements and all. So the edges, they are more towards control. they are more towards so they are more towards mm, edgy stuff control. They are like the gear boxes and all, and then round and those soft curves are towards softness, towards curvy. So most female products, if you see, they will have curve. More man products you will see, they will have edgy, because man likes it like edgy, like either or. It's like either or. We are not like in between and everything. So females usually are in between and everything. They have a lot of thoughts, lot of different things to consider. For boys, either we buy it or we don't. Either or. We are yes or no. We are not in between. So there are lots of concepts, lots of studies, case studies, and things like that. So when we go by design, then it's like everything has to go with hand in hand, even with the choice of color. So if it's a baby brand, I won't be using something like something like red, right? So like for baby products, say like this is a baby product. Can I increase this? A baby product, maybe a more darker red. Like if I use red in here, then nobody is going to buy this baby product. Everyone will be like, they would run away from here. But maybe if it's like green, maybe if it's like something like maybe like more like softer, maybe yellowish. So when we are creating design, where also logos, we are using color psychology. It's called like color psychology. It's after it started with Sir Isaac Newton, who gave first law, second law, third law of motion, and all those. So it's very scientific. In previous classes, I also talked about Pixar using color scientists in their movie. So color scientists are scientists who actually work on which color makes us feel in what way, like that. So there are different colors. One hue will have different shades, different tint, and all those. There will be lots of variations and all. So even with the font as well, we can see the font also will have this edges. This is edge, like baby product, or say in here I write baby brand, but then I will go for something which it's sort of like more like flowery, or maybe I go something for more round, which doesn't have much edges. Okay, Century Gothic is more like sort of Dubio one. Even the font also have. That's why we have so many different fonts. Like so. Then we have serif, sans serif, different sort of fonts, different sort of those edges makes us makes us feel in a particular way. So all of those it's used in creating a brand. Okay, maybe we won't be wasting too much of time. Maybe Joker brand, since it's baby brand. So then, like this one is more like standing out because the font is playful. Yes, there are edges, but then it's not sharp. Like there are only one sharp edge, but so maybe we would have if we would have the time, then maybe we would have used something more round, something more soft on the font itself. So even the fonts, the design, the colors, the everything, It's a part of the visual identity. So, a visual identity of your brand, including colors, fonts, overall design, should reflect and support your OVP. So, online value proposition, say for this particular, for this particular baby brand. Wait, send, close it. For this particular baby brand, when we are talking about, we are noticing so many things in the design. So even when we are saying about the online value proposition, that has to go with the design and the feeling that it will make a customer feel. So if we are uh, talking about a very strong statement, then our font will be bold. So there's also how things are perceived. So if we say, maybe I will change it to something bold. Okay. This, thank you. Okay, it's the same font, the same weight, both are bold. But then when we are saying this is everything is in cap. It's sort of like when someone is shouting. It's like thank you. So that's what this one is. Now this one is thank you. Maybe we can also delete the. Thank you. So this one is like thank you. So when we are reading thing, even the caps lock, the small also, it matters when we are talking about marketing, when we're talking about, like targeted marketing and targeted like targeted branding and everything. So the visual identity, it also has the caps lock, does the lower caps, how we are writing it, how, because we are essentially, that one is going to be perceived, seen by the customer, the consumer, and the consumer has to feel it the way that we want them to feel. That's why even when we are creating an OVP, so if we have strong statement, then we need to have, like something with bold and something with like that. So here, see, this one is in bold. Then if we go to fiber, I'm not sure. Okay, this one is in normal font. The fiber thing is in bold. This one also could have been in bold, but then it's not in bold. And then even the F will T I, these all also are not in caps. The period is not here. The full stop is not here. So that it's sort of like a continuous thing. Here also it's like a continuous thing. You have to go down for everything, and we get a full stop here. But then this is in bold. So that's how the online value proposition, then the visual identity in here, they are showing the top 3% freelancers, verified expert in engineering. Previously, he worked in this one worked in AT&T, that's American Transit and Telecom, maybe American Telecom and all. So a visual identity of a brand. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Now, with the overall design, what do you mean by that?
Overall design, it includes all of the design elements. So when I'm talking about overall design, do you know the difference between art and design?
The difference between art.
And
I
design.
think art is, to my perspective, art is the expression of the inner feelings through visual design, through expressing of the inner feelings through drawing, typography, acting, and all of that, and then designing it, what has come out of the inner feelings.
Okay. Can you
I
try?
don't know if I'm right.
No, it's okay. It's not a matter about right and wrong. It's in my class what I want you to try, because even if you make mistakes, that's how you will learn it more quicker. You will learn quicker if you make mistakes. If you don't try at all, then you would never make any mistake. So can you try a little bit more? You're very correct on the art thing. Art thing is about expression. It can be dance, it can be singing, it can be anything. Yes, the expression is art. Yes.
I give it another try.
Okay.
I think art is the self-expression of the inner feelings through ideas like drawing, typography, acting, singing, and all of that. And then this Angelo in class. And then designing is about solving problems and creating functional solutions.
Yes. I hope you're not, even if you're going through some Google search and then you're coming up with the solution. Even then, I am happy that you're at it. That's what I basically would want all of you to do the search and then to learn about things, new things. So design has a purpose. Art it's a form of expression. So art does not need the purpose. Art is there because it's there. So even doing nothing is an art. You can just sit idly in somewhere and then you can say you're doing an art. Just sitting in one place also is an art. But design has a purpose. It has a function. So when we are designing a thing, so we are doing it for a certain reason. We are not creating art, but yes, we are helping in that expressing thing. But then we are doing it for a purpose. We are doing it for a particular person. So when we are talking about design can be there's. Do you know about ergonomics?
No.
Ergonomics is the chair, the good chairs, the bad chairs, then even ergonomics mouse. So the mouse that you hold, if it's small, then it's difficult to hold for longer time. The gaming mouse are more ergonomically created. Then there's ergonomic keyboard. So so design is like this is a part of product design. So there's design can be interior design, it can be product design, it can be UI UX design, it can be any sort of design. So when we are talking about design, we are talking about that centric a specific sector, and then overall design as in what is needed, what is required. In our case, since we are this is digital marketing class, we are talking about graphics design, video design, motion graphics design, and all those. And then we are talking about marketing. So in here, overall design will refer to, of course, in the colors, fonts, the UI UX, UI UX is your website, the layout design, and all those. So the layout, website layout, which website will have colors, it will have fonts, it will have photo, even the graphics. Websites will have different graphics, different graphics. All of these icons, there are icons, there are different graphics, the colors, the everything. It looks like coherent. So if I see, like, even the videos that they place, this is a good example. So they have green is the brand color. Then this one is, I'm not sure if this and this shades are the same. But then the shades also, this one is lighter shade, this one is darker shade for a reason, because it is designed. If it was art, then it could have been like any color. Okay, it got hanged. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we are following.
Okay, so my browser it hanged. Let's try closing some of this. Don't save. Okay, so see, this is the color that's the feeling that you're getting, the color that's reaching your eyes. It got that again. Maybe it's the video loading. It's also there in here. See the shade, the pink shade. So blue shade, pink shade. So blue they are using it for males, but pink shade they're using it for females. And then see there's pink here. So there's a pink here. So there's blue here. So there's visual coherence. And then this one, it shows up right after here. And that this color is also there. So there's a coherence. So the meaning of coherence. Meaning. It's showing in logical and orderly and consistent relation of parts. So we are talking about the visual coherence, the overall design should reflect and support your online value proposition. Could I clear your answer?
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. So consistency is in visual elements reinforces your messaging and helps build brand recognition. Tailoring your visual identity to align with your OVP ensures that the audience perceives your brand in the way you intend, because design has a purpose, whether this is professional, playful, or innovative. Design has a purpose, and then we are designing campaigns. So even that campaigns also will have purpose, and then we'll have all of the design elements and principles. So once we are done with that, we have an OVP. We are talking about online value proposition again. We created an online value proposition. Then we also do testing and refinement. So there were apps like Growth Book. So we also saw A/B testing, where we do a split testing. We create a campaign, we split it into two parts. Then we check the data analytics of both, and just to see which one is better than the other. So similarly, when we are doing online value proposition, essentially we are running the campaign and we are using online value propositions in our descriptions when we are doing the Google Ads. So in Google Ads, we are using different keywords, different descriptions, and then from time to time, we keep on checking it. If it's working, if it's increasing, if it's helping to bring more and more people in, or is it losing? Is it going downward trend or upward trend? So if it's downward trend, then we will refine it and try to include trending words. So regular testing and refinement of your online value proposition are critical to its success. Utilize A/B testing methods to compare different OVP versions and assess their effectiveness. Tools like Growthbook can help monitor user interaction and engagement levels, allowing you to measure key metrics such as bounce rates, conversion rates, and click-through rates. This iterative process facilitates continuous improvement. So this I think we have been talking about like constantly about like
Actually, Mr. Boro,
yes.
here comes a question. What is the difference between cryptocurrency and selling cryptocurrency in the digital market and branding?
Okay, cryptocurrency and branding. Is it?
Yes.
Okay, no, branding. Those two are different concepts. It's like trying to compare. It's like trying to compare sort of the money, the hard cash that we have, with something like art, maybe. So cryptocurrency is a way of sharing value. So that again is another concept. So cryptocurrency, as much as I know, I do not know that much about crypto, and I'm of course not the correct person to be explaining it, but that like thoroughly. But then I'm just since you have asked, so I'm just but trying to explain what I know about crypto. So cryptocurrency is a type of monetization we can call, type of value exchange of values. So cryptocurrency, there's a difference between cryptocurrency and the local currency that we all have. We have Indian rupees in India. You have Ugandan shilling in Uganda. There's American dollars. There's Great Britain pound and all those currencies and all. So cryptocurrency is a currency which is in the blockchain. So if you give me 10 Ugandan shilling, I'm not sure how much what note denominations of note you have. So let's try to find Ugandan currency denominations. Okay, so those are the notes. So suppose you give me 1000 Ugandan this note. You give me this note. I give it to Bert. Bert gives it to someone else. There's no track. We cannot know how many times this money have exchanged hands, where it have landed, where it is, and all those. But in blockchain, we know how many users have this. So blockchain is again, that's like another IT related thing. That one again, it'll take to bits and bytes and all those data and all. But then to keep it simpler, so blockchain, in blockchain you can tell who is the receiver, not the identity. Of course, the identity is it cannot be traced. But then from the blockchain, the records, it saves the records, since it's in cryptic way. So it's encrypted in it. So the money, this one, if you wash it, it won't even have fingerprints. Maybe it won't have fingerprints if we even like touch it. And then so many different people have like touched it that we won't be able to even track it. Even if we do forensic lab, it'll be like super difficult to tell how many people have owned it. But then blockchain, we can essentially tell for the blockchain thing. So cryptocurrency and branding. So branding is a part of business. Um, Brand is about customer satisfaction, about customer experience, about what business essentially is doing. And cryptocurrency is a mode of payment, you can say. So if we have to relate it with branding, then certain brands, they allow crypto payments. They will give you crypto or they will receive crypto, and certain companies won't. Certain brands won't. Yeah, I think more or less that's it. Like if we have to explain crypto, then again we will have to like sort of go into too much of IT related breakdowns, and you will get more proper clarifications from Google for like crypto.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we talked about testing and refinement, and the for this practical applications. So identifying OVPs in brands. This one practical applications. It's a part for your this. I won't be assessing your assignments because it's like sort of too quick. But then if you have the time, I would want you to do this because it will be a good a good way to learn about online value propositions more. So the practical applications, it's like identifying OVPs in brands. So as observation is a key in learning. So from the first class itself, I have been pushing on the observation for you to go and examine. So just like I ask you to go to different websites and then try to find out the ads, what the digital ads that you see, the different types of sizes, the different brands and all. So to go online and then to try to find the different online value propositions in different brands, as in for Toptel it's this. Then we also have for Slack, Spotify, and all of these brands. So if you go to different websites, you try to figure it out yourself. Then your eyes will be more keen in noticing OVPs. So there was also a group activity for the class. This, of course, like I will sort of. There's the very last time we have to do that, and then even it's difficult to like divide the class into teams. But then for between friends, maybe you can do it, and then you can try creating online value propositions for some XYZ business, maybe for your own brands. If you are thinking about providing design services, video services, and all. So, to the key takeaways from this class is essential elements of, like, we are doing a recap. So key elements of a successful online value proposition include a clear and engaging headline, a descriptive sub-headline, key benefits that resonate with the audience, supportive visuals, and a strong call to action. Each component is crucial to effectively communicating the value your brand brings to customers. So we have to regularly test it to refine it, and then there are resources for further learning as well. So for visual creation, we can use Canva. There's a core schedules headline analyzer. So maybe you can play around with headline analyzer. What's the inside core schedule? So it's a free headline analyzer. So whatever headline you have, so maybe the top 3% of the freelance, or maybe charge anywhere, anytime. Uganda's most trusted solar bank. So we can like select it and then we can analyze. So it's also asking for, we will have to sign up. No, it's asking continue. Oh, this is. This one, they're saying it for blog headline. Okay, this was supposed to be a free one, but then they are saying it's like 7 days of premium features. But there will be other websites too, like this. So the headline score is like 65. Maybe we need something like 80, 90, and all. Then we are like saying this one in the meta tag, in the search engine optimization and all those. Increase your emotional word. So sort of the emotional or the rational quotient that we were talking about. And it's more like generic. It's all common words. So it's also saying to increase the common words so that people can relate it more, and then we can just one line also we can analyze it, and then we can sort of make it more attractive and engaging. There was also what was Quillbot. So if you have any this even Quillbot also essentially is free. So you can also use Quillbot for like freezing it into a different way. Most reliable solar bank in Uganda that can be charged anywhere at any time. But then this is a more better way to place it. So like that, you can play around with the words. You can also go to YouTube. Maybe this link is there for elevator pitch, and then you can also learn from videos of different entrepreneurs who are doing elevator pitch. And then since they have to keep it short, they will be coming up with different words, different ways of tailoring words, which are like very resourceful for online value propositions. Okay, so that's it for today. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have questions.
Okay, then maybe we will call it a day. I can hear my son crying. I don't know for what. I will just go and check up on that. While you all guys have a good day ahead. If you have any questions, remember to send them across, and then have a good weekend. Since we won't be having classes tomorrow and the day after, Saturday and Sunday, we will meet you on Monday next. Okay then. Have a good day ahead and happy weekend.
Same to you, sir.
Thank you.